Hey, welcome everybody. It is beautiful Wednesday, hump day. Let's go. December 6th, coming at you. This is the Piper Academy, and we're going to be bringing you guys some great headlines today. We've got to look at some TA. Bitcoin hit $45,000 yesterday, tapping it on some exchanges, Coinbase specifically. We talked about it last Friday. We're going to take a look at that chart. We definitely had the rejection at a point that I know we talked about on the show, so we're going to be looking at that. But big question today: can PEPE hit $1? I don't know. We'll talk about it. It's had a massive rally recently, but we're going to take a look at that and see what it can do. So stay tuned, stick around. If you're new here, make sure that you go ahead, hit that subscribe button down there and hit that notification bell. If you're not new here, or you are new here and you got anything out of this content, hit that like button and let us know. It helps the algorithm. It's free to do, free 99, and it helps me out a lot. So thank you guys for joining me here on Piper Academy. Let's go ahead and bring up my co-host, and then we're going to jump right into a Bitcoin chart right off the bat before we get into the news. So let's go. What's up, OC? How you doing, brother?
What's up, brother? Not much. Just here listening and also watching that. We have a question right here in the chat. What will the highest price of Bitcoin we see this weekend? That is
This weekend. We're going to talk about that. Stick around. We're going to talk about that in the show today because I actually have some predictions about the local price level that we can see on Bitcoin. We're in a consolidation. Let me put that out there first of all. So we are in a consolidation right now, which is a good thing. We may not have a consolidation score on the 4-hour, but we'll look at some lower time frames, see what we're getting at. But we are definitely not pulling back for a massive retracement like gold did. Gold's had a massive pullback all the way back to its previous range level. So yeah, we'll take a look at that. But what else has been going on? How's your portfolio looking right now, OC?
Oh, my portfolio? Well, my portfolio is looking very, very nice, especially on Bitcoin part. And also because we've been hitting a couple of alerts that we have been placing all around the week. So basically since yesterday, I've been entering also in a couple of shorts. So OP short, Illuvium, also short and long. Actually, we had two movements there. So it's looking very, very likable at this point. But yeah,
Yeah, it
how
is.
is yours looking?
Wonderful. Because I started buying in on like October 21st, near the like way back down ago. But yeah, so guys, let's go ahead and talk about what's happened with Bitcoin here. I'm going to go ahead and pull over this chart before we ever get into any articles, and then we're going to be moving into that PEPE. I even did some math for you. So we're going to jump in on that. So let's go over to the charts and take a look here. Looking at the Bitcoin chart, guys. So a couple days ago, I did tell you guys, expect when we were up here, I was like, look for a pullback to that 786, 41,233. If you guys follow me on X, you saw that. And if you were in the show, you saw me talk about it too. And then we came up, we rejected on this delta median line of the predictive ranges here. Came back down here from this chart prime predictive range, did not retouch that line. So that was absolutely the low to get in again. Looking here though, I said, well, if we're going to hold this as support, if we break through this delta median, I would be watching for this upper trade band because we typically trade between the two gold bands on predictive ranges. I'd be looking for that upper band up there, or that 887, even if we can wick through that and pull back. I still think that it's going to be somewhere in this red box, and I threw a T box up there. Well, guys, that's exactly where we went. It's played out from the bottom that we called here on the show up to the top that we called here on the show, and right now we are pushing back into that red T box, currently at $44,200. Guys, we're bringing you guys this data all the time. We call out things like Polkadot. We literally point to where you need to buy the lowest level that you'll probably see on Caspa ever again. And then these Bitcoin calls. Guys, if you guys like this content, share this out to a friend because we're trying to at least get to that 500 subscriber. We're not there yet. So all this data only going out to 470 some odd people of you, which is great. I love all 400 of you, but let's get it out to more people. So that is what we're seeing on Bitcoin. Perfect rejection call on the T-box there and paying homage there to old TA10 because that's what I call his rectangle boxes. So let's go ahead and jump into what articles we have going on that talk about this. I just wanted to show you guys what Bitcoin was at because I even stumped myself how accurate, because normally you make a call and it goes to that point, or it's a few days later, hey, what's going to happen by this week, and then next week is when it happens, right? But I have to say this one even humbled me. I was like, holy crap, it was the bottom and the top targets there. So
If you
yeah,
can show
it
there
was
my, yeah, if you
what's
can
that?
show there
Your
my
screen? Yeah,
screen,
yeah, go.
perfect. Just to kind of like I tell you guys about, I did tweet about it as we were hitting. Here we go. I'm your piper, call it, and you can see right here going to test at 45. This is the captions, and if you're looking the timing 19. This is 1920. What is it? Sorry, my bad. 1932, and then you can look at that exact video. This is the call that he was making, or the thumbnail that we were having on Friday. So just so you guys know, also if you are not following us on X, you should, because we start posting also when we enter and call
They're
off
right
a
there.
couple of
Right
trades
there
there.
below OC. There you go. There's our X's. Let's get into the articles and let's get into some TA today because I think we can make some more calls, OC. By the way, just so you guys know, OC and I did a one-on-one yesterday with Jenna X, hashtag Jenna X. Go follow her on YouTube if you need to. But shout out to my wingman. We did a one-on-one with her on chart prime indicators because she's going to be doing a trade competition that I won't name coming up in the future. And so we are training her up on Chart Prime, and she did a 600% gains in overnight on some trades. So yeah, she's absolutely killing it. We were discussing it, and she said these indicators are like cheating. You are not wrong, Jenna X. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look here. Looking at coin market cap, guys. Bitcoin up about 0.4%, 0.04%, I should say, in the past hour, but up 4.5% for the 24. Ethereum having a little pullback, but it is up about 2%. Let's see what else we got here. BNB still taking a beating. XRP slowly. I mean, it is up 2%, which is better than Ethereum, but man, it has just been static for so long. I saw somebody over in Investing Bros. Yeah, King D, we can take a look at that for you, bro. I got you. Somebody make sure that I do not forget to look up King D's ES there, and to um, shout out to my good friend over there, Alex O Crypto, because he's the man. Let me get this little thing going here. Right there. Good. All right. Yeah, I was missing my chats over here. I can't see my chats. I had to have my chats so I could see who's saying what. Uh, Looking here at this again, XRP been static for so long. Solana up 4.15%. Shout out to the Solana holders out there. Screen Piper, I got it, Bedredden. I got it. I realized it on my own, man. Bedredden's always on me about the screen share. Cardano up, guys, 10.34% in the past 24 hours. Ada's a strange beast, man. It doesn't want to move, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, bam, it just takes off. Chainlink does that too, just so you guys know. Who else we got here? Dustin Singer, Mellow Fellows, the Pepe with 3 frogs. GS, smash that like on your way in. GS, thank you so much. Matter of fact, you know what? Watch this. There's one more like because I forgot to hit the like button on my own show. It's like a presidential candidate not voting for himself. Dogecoin up 14.5%. Avalanche up 18.2%. What else? We got big movers here. Polygon Matic up 4.4%. Shiba Inu up 7.6%. We're going to talk about that in a second. And Polkadot up almost 10%. What is Pepe up today? Let's go look at Pepe. Let's go up here and let's grab Pepe because I got to see how much it's up today. Get in there. Thank you. Where is my search bar on here? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing my search bar. I don't know why. Can you pull up on your end and let me know? Oh, there it is. I got it. Disregard Pepe. I was on my filtered list. So Pepe down 0.14% for the day. But I want to show you guys that if you look at the higher time frames on this, where is it at? There we go. For the last 7 days, we have moved in the past 7 days, which would be the 30th back here, from all the way down here to this top point here is going to be a substantial move. I want to say it's like 37% or something like that. But we're going to actually look at the chart and take a look at it, guys. Taking a look at liquidations in the past 24 hours, there's been $306 million in liquidations in the past 24 hours. 102,000 traders got liquidated. Single largest liquidation order, guys, Bitcoin. 8.8 million bucks. So there you go. Somebody trying to short it again. $94 million worth of short trades versus $26 million of longs. So probably some very degen high leverage and no stop loss longs there that got caught because it hasn't pulled back too awfully much. But yeah, definitely looking at those shorts getting totally wrecked. Okay, Cardano, Big Wells. Cardano holders, drop a 1 in the chat. I know that you guys are loving it. Tech support cage. Alex told me to come here or he would put me in the tech support cage. Jonathan Schaefer, welcome, man. Welcome. You don't want to do that. Thanks for being here, bro. Good morning. Wait, he let you out of the cage? How did that happen? I want to know that too. Cardano, Big Wells buying up ADA heavily as institutional players are showing a massive interest. Guys, some of this move on ADA might not all be retail. And let's take a look at this. Excuse me, can you go away? Thank you very much. Cardano ADA has witnessed a surge in profitable addresses hitting heights unseen in 2021 amid a robust rally. CoinGlass data reveals a notable upswing with the percentage of profitable Cardano addresses reaching a 2-year high at 39.5%, encompassing approximately 1.76 million addresses. So I saw Gia S over there in Investing Bros on T-Shroom Show a little while ago saying that her Cardano bag was finally in the green. So shout out to you, Gia. You are one of the 39.5%, and that is awesome for you. The surge arrives as Bitcoin's recent surge triggered a bullish rally, instilling renewed optimism among ADA holders. Despite a majority of addresses, 55.2% or 2.6 million addresses are still experiencing losses, and a smaller portion, only 5.19%, are hovering at the neutral break. So if you are in that 39.5% and you are in profit, congratulations to you guys. That's just awesome to know that there are some people in the green. Got a little chart here, and you can see those numbers they were just talking about. We still have a long way to go and a long time to get there. So it's okay. Patience, patience, patience. This is why we dollar cost average. All of these lows that we've had, great opportunity to bring that average entry in. What it is you got all these people that bought up here and they're afraid. They're scared. Scared money don't make money. I'm just going to put that out there. Further amplifying this positive sentiment, on-chain metrics depicted a significant increase in high-value transactions involving ADA, particularly those exceeding $100,000. So these are high-value single allocations purchases on the blockchain that are showing $100,000 buys. That's not your retail guys, people. That's not your OC guy. That's not your Army Piper. That's not your GS. That's not your Eric Wallen. That's not your Crux of Crypto. We're not buying $100,000 a pop of ADA. This is big money buying this up, guys. So be watching for that because that's pretty amazing. This surge is in substantial transactions, suggesting escalating interest among institutional investors and high net worth individuals. Is this the type of people that we see coming into this next bull run? I think it might be, and that could have a parabolic impact on price action, guys. Well, interest in Cardano is rising. Ali, a crypto analyst, has noted a marked increase in well involvement within the Cardano network. Analyzing on-chain data, Ali highlighted a substantial rise in those big transactions again over the past 3 months. Large growth of $100,000 purchases of ADA. So I'm in the green, but I'm not opening my ADA wallet until it hits $3 again. That's not a bad idea, Jonathan. It's ADA Ace. Mr. J said it's ADA Ace that's been buying this up. He's the ADA well. Might be, man. It might be. Solid exchange data shows that big U.S. institutions are driving this Bitcoin rally. It's not just ADA that we're seeing this in, guys. This $45,000 hit yesterday might have been for a reason. Bitcoin rallied over 10% in the past week, extending gains and reaching levels not seen since the Terra collapse in May 2022. We all remember that, don't we, Crux? This surge is attributed to increased institutional activity, particularly in the United States. Average Bitcoin trade size rising in U.S. exchanges, according to Keiko, not sure how that's pronounced, on December 5th. The average trade size on the United States exchanges like Coinbase, Bitstamp, and Kraken have rapidly risen since the September of this year. At this data guides, it indicates that institutions are making larger block trades, doubling down on Bitcoin. All about the same time that we hear, Jim Cramer saying sell it now. The increase in average trade sizes coincides with the expected approval of the first batch of those ETFs. We all know those. We're waiting on that in the Q1, and they have until, I believe it's January 10th to get those something out there on it. So analysts view the green lighting for the spot Bitcoin ETF as a significant catalyst for institutional adoption of Bitcoin and crypto, validating coins. I've said this for a long time, as a new asset class. Like, what do you invest in? What's your class? Well, I'm in stocks, I'm in commodities, I'm in crypto. Like, it's going to be a standalone, legit asset class, in my opinion. Shift in monetary policy and tapering volatility is also driving Bitcoin demand. We actually saw last week, we talked about gold was doing that too. And a lot of times that's from monetary policy, but gold pulled back. Bitcoin did not. So it looks like people are moving to that Bitcoin. What else we got here? Worst night of my life, literally watching it jump between 90% and 40% of your stablecoin. Rip. Yeah, he's talking about Terra Luna there because he lived through that and watched his account get crushed. So my heart goes out to you, bro. 570% up to 12 Bitcoin plus free spins if you want to go up there and play a little game there, guys. Don't click links when it comes to crypto. Don't do that. That is not financial advice. That is intelligence device. Don't do that. Last year, as the Federal Reserve steadily increased interest rates to curb rising inflation, which had soared to record levels, Bitcoin and crypto assets plunged in a shift in monetary policy. Yeah, so let's get into this. You can see there at the time of this, it was 42,376 on this Binance chart here, but we're actually looking at it being more at 44,000. And this is saying December 5th, so that's yesterday morning, still up. Bitcoin Roy's printing new 2023 high. So let's get out there and let's talk about this. Large asset managers getting ready to buy Bitcoin ahead of that ETF. This is according to Moody's. The reason I wanted to talk about this, Moody's Analytics, pretty big group out there. They do ratings and non-ratings. They have two different sections of it. This is their non-rating side, but a senior director with Moody's Analytics has highlighted the biggest driver behind the recent Bitcoin price surge. The race is heating up, right? And we all know this, the ETF focusing on that, coming out from the SEC approval in January. Hopefully, we'll see if it happens. But let's get down here. We know that there's a 90% chance that has not changed. Skybridge Capital founder Anthony Scaramucci anticipates massive capital inflow from Wall Street into Bitcoin when that ETF launches. I actually think we might see a pullback that day. Buy the rumor, sell the news. It happens. It's just going to be another chance for me to finish deploying in because my goal is to be in with all of my dry powder 100% when we hit that halving event. So it's coming up in April, guys. So it says here, former NYSE, New York Stock Exchange President Tom Farley similarly expects money to flood into the crypto industry with the approval of the spot Bitcoin ETF. Rick Edelman said last week that financial advisors are waiting for the SEC to approve spot Bitcoin ETF so that they can offer these investments to their clients. JP Morgan, on the other hand, has warned that a spot Bitcoin ETF could put severe downward pressure on Bitcoin prices. Flip a coin there, guys. Do you believe JP Morgan or a bunch of analysts that are getting hyped up about it? We'll have to see. What do you think about the statements by this Moody's Analytics director regarding the spot Bitcoin ETF? They want the comments in the section down below. I want the comments in the section down below. Just drop it down there in the comments. What do you think of this? Is this going to be massive buy pressure, massive sell pressure? Let me know. And who's holding, who's buying this Bitcoin? Let's talk about that for a second, guys. This is kind of scary, actually. 0.04%. So not a tenth of a percent. 0.04% of Bitcoin holders control 62% of all circulating supply of Bitcoin. So as decentralized as we like to think Bitcoin is, which it really is, and how it's managed and governed and controlled, but a bunch of people control a few people, I mean, control a bunch of Bitcoin. So it is very centralized when you look at who owns it. Citing data from BitInfo charts, took to X on December 4th to reveal that a mere 0.04% of Bitcoin addresses control 62% of the circulating supply, which stands at over 19.5 million Bitcoin. Let's talk about this. The little piece down here. However, based on what Jerome Powell discovers, BitInfoChart shows an increasingly growing gap between small group of large Bitcoin holders, also known as whales. Come back here. Stop it. And most users. So there's a gap going between the whales and the shrimp. It's getting bigger, guys. Is that because we had a lot of people this year that bought more and moved away from being shrimps? I don't know. We probably got a lot more in the middle there, but those two extremes are very low now. When you look at how many are holding everything, primary goal that everyone should have: try to get a whole Bitcoin, guys. Try to get a whole Bitcoin. Let's come over here, talk about this, and then we'll get into this PEPE chart. OC, how close? How close, and you don't have to say, a percentage if you don't want to. How close are you to being a whole coiner for Bitcoin?
I'm almost there. I'm almost
You're
there.
almost there.
I'm almost there. Yeah. I mean, since I heavily, well, that depends on the point of view that we're looking at. Like, for example, are we throwing in my saving accounts? Is that only my trading accounts? Well, that will vary. But for my trading account, I'm almost there because I do usually constantly start or use the money that I make on trading, and that's based on the 4 hour time frame that I usually use. So yeah, I mean, I keep growing it, but I do take my little what is it? I don't know, my gains and spend them somewhere.
Nice, nice. Yeah. So, guys, let me know down in the chat below. You can just say close, almost, or there in the chat below, or not close. You can even say not close, of course. Let me know not close, close, there.
Yeah.
That would be the 3 levels for if you are at a whole coin there. Whole coiners unite. That's right. Yeah. So I'm there. I actually should have bought more, but I am there. So, there we go. There, my man. Nice, C90. Nice. Let's jump back over and talk about this last thing, guys. PEPE. PEPE to $1. Is that possible? Is that possible, OC? That's the question, right? PEPE Inc.'s 46% weekly gains. Yeah, I knew it was up there close. I didn't know it was 46. Can it leap to the $1 jackpot? And this is crazy. Can you, Crux, can you put me up a poll for does PEPE make it to $1 in the next bull run? And it's a yes or a no. Or no, actually put a third one in there. Close. It'll come close to $1. We'll at least go with that one because that's what I would select right now, and I'm going to show you guys why. Struggling to make significant upward strides, the PEPE price might touch 0.000002 cents in the next few weeks, grappling with the challenge of surpassing that 0.00000020 threshold. Predicting the long-term trajectory remains elusive. Achieving that $1 mark for PEPE requires an extraordinary surge from its present level, a feat that would position PEPE among the most lucrative meme coins in history. Meme tokens, lacking robust fundamentals and utility, consistently face a looming threat of being overshadowed by new, trendier counterparts. Here comes my boat tour. Got to run. C90, have a good time, man. Enjoy. Hence, while a modest increase up to that number in the near future appears plausible, surging beyond this may prove to be a formidable hurdle for the PEPE price, and he's not wrong. Mastering timing and meme token investments. No, we're not talking about that. PEPE's strong chart signals anticipate bullish surge, so there could still be more bullishness coming. Simultaneously, you've got this RSI strength of PEPE hovering near 70, indicating sustained buying pressure. At the same time, it is you've got Pepe up here exuding strength with indicators hinting at an imminent gain. The convergence of Pepe's 30-day moving average and its 200-day moving average is on the horizon. So, getting what's called the golden cross. So let's go and talk about what happened, because I want to point out that while this would need to make significant moves, let's talk about what happened in 2021, folks. Shiba Inu surged 46 million% in 2021. So that's why I put on there. This could be making millionaires bedridden. Exchanges listing above 100, 30 million monthly Twitter visits and more. So it absolutely went parabolic, guys. And I would say that right now we definitely have the parabolic height going around meme coins. We saw it with Pepe before, and then it looks like Pepe's doing it again, 46% in a week. It is no news that Shiba Inu is one of the most successful cryptocurrency projects globally, with the dog themed digital currency doing this 46 million. And this is an old article. I just want to show you it surged 46 million%. So let's jump over here, and I'm going to pull up a calculator here, and we're just going to do this. And if you guys want to break out your calculators and do this at home along with us, you're more than welcome to. But let's take a look here at what happened with that 46 million. So current price on Pepe. Let's jump in here actually and do this. There we go. I got the calculator up. This is going to be 0.0000015. That is the current price over here at Pepe. 46 million% would be times 460,000. Okay. So 460,000. That would be almost a 70-cent Pepe right now. So, like I said, put down there if it could hit $1 or not, and let me know. I don't think it's going to hit $1. I think that's a very, very, very hard push. But could it hit up there close? Could it get into the whole cent? Absolutely. I never ever will underestimate what a meme coin can do after watching Dogecoin and after watching Shiba Inu next year. But I do not think it's ever going to hit $1. I don't even know that it's actually ever going to hit 50 cents, but I could see it getting into the whole cents. And when you're talking about all those zeros that I just showed in that price, it's depending on what you're holding. Pepe could make millionaires in the next bull run. I do answer the poll quickly before the math. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I didn't do it. uh, yeah, so I want to see here. Could it hit that? No, 100% no on this poll so far, by the way, just so you're tracking. I want to come out here. Let's talk about this, because if we have a parabolic run on Bitcoin, let's say Bitcoin even gets close to those calls that we've heard, 500,000, 700,000, this bull run because of the ETF. That's a massive run on Bitcoin. I would say that would probably put Ethereum around 20,000 plus easily. Why is a 46 million% run on another meme coin implausible? I don't think it is. What do you think, OC? Talk to me.
Yeah, so first of all, we need to see the current supply. All right, how much is it there on paper, right? And we can see a huge number, like even bigger of what I would expect. If we compare that to Bitcoin, it's not even close to that. So, how much money do we need to get to make that supply scarce? That will give us the actual cost of paper, right? So that means we need to completely drain Ethereum, Bitcoin, and any other crypto space to put it everything on Pepe to start getting to that target. I
I don't
believe.
I don't agree with that.
Why
Go ahead
not?
and finish your statement, and then I'll give you my debate. Go ahead and finish your statement, but I don't agree
Yeah,
with that.
but I mean, you need to. I mean, what I and here's what things get complex, and that's what I believe. It is completely impossible to get to $1. I mean, completely
Oh, I
out of
no,
possibility that
that I
number.
agree with. That I agree with. I think $1 is a very far smart, like almost unreachable. It's mission impossible, and there's no Tom Cruise buying this. So
Yeah. So you're talking now then into the whole cent, like 1 cent.
yeah, I'm saying just to get into. we'll split it in half. How about 50 cents? A 50
I see
cent
that.
in the club, Pepe.
I see that happening. State, I believe, still a little bit of a far reach, but again, that doesn't mean that you cannot become a millionaire. And this is not financial advice. I mean, I also was completely surprised what happened with Shiba Inu and and Dogecoin, but I do remember when Shiba Inu went out, I saw many influencers, especially here in Latin America, talking about Shiba Inu getting to $1. And that is just, I mean, again, completely out of the league. But just do not make the mistake thinking that you're going to be getting, if you are going to be getting like 20 bucks of it, and then being a billionaire just because it will get to $1. I mean, of course, that if with a stop loss and a smart investment, you can make a ton of money with meme coins. That also means that money has to come from somewhere, someone else. So yeah, I do
Exactly.
believe yes. So
Yes.
I do
So
believe
here's
that I could make millionaires. Sorry, go ahead, go ahead.
no finish. You think it can make millionaires?
I can make that could make millionaires, but not kind of like become a real actual exchange money coin. Not
Right.
till
Exactly.
this point.
But I do disagree that it would have to come from someplace else. I mean, we did have Shiba Inu do 46 million%, and it didn't really, unless you think that the reason that Bitcoin didn't make it to 100,000 last cycle was because Shiba Inu hit 46 million% gains. Um, but I
No,
still think
yeah,
that. I still think money flushes back and forth. I'm not saying it's sustained if it did get up there. It would just be a flush of money in and out, right? But it's not leaving anywhere. It's just moving. But me personally, look, if I had to, here is my stance on this. Is it possible? Absolutely. But as Schaefer just said in here, Jonathan Schaefer, shout out to you, bro. He just said that there are too many meme coins out now, and it won't get the injection of capital. It's right there. I just dropped it on the screen there. And he's right. There is too many. Shiba Inu was kind of, like, oh, look, it's another dog, right? And there was really only a handful of meme coins that were popular back then. I think there's way too many meme coins now for Pepe to rise up. I think it's going to spread among the meme coins, right? You got those meme chasers, true degens that just want that. If I was going to take money and put it into something that was going to make me a millionaire with a low amount of investment, I would be doing something like sitting in Patreon for Crypto Archie every day or Crypto Seth every day and listening to what they're saying because they're giving you guys tokens when they're at this price of 0.00000 and catching them way early that actually have utility and purpose. So if I was going to be looking for a degen move, I'd be looking for a degen move that a team has already done some research on and knows that it has utility. That's not financial advice, but that's what I would do before I would go throw a stupid amount of money at hopefully the one meme coin that does that. So that's my stance on that, guys. But yes, if you're in it, if you're in there on that, make sure that it's very high risk. So make sure that it is a low amount, risk to reward ratio. You got to low percentages, guys, low percentages. Not financial advice, but financial advice here. I'll give you some financial advice. Don't listen to any YouTuber when it comes to your money. Okay. Um, Shout
yes.
out to Crypto Seth and Archie. They are awesome, man. Crypto Archie, how you doing, bro? Got to get you on the show here sometime, man. Um, Always great to see you guys. Guys, if you guys don't follow Crypto Archie down there, you can actually tap his name and then you can go to his channel. Do it later though. Don't leave the channel. Don't leave us. Don't leave us. We're on a roll here. Let's get into some TA, guys, and let's start looking at some stuff. We already went over Bitcoin, but of course, I got to show you guys where we are with this chart. Hashtag Eric Wallen loves this chart. Let's get in here, take a look. So we were here under this golden pocket, this 0.66 right here, when I said on Friday, guys, look, if we are closing here and a green November has always been followed by a green December, and if we closed on that golden pocket, that means that we are going to have to be above the golden pocket in order for it to be a green month to a green month. If that happens, the next target by default is the platinum pocket. That is where I got the $45,000 number from. I rounded it down for simplicity's sake. Let's take a look here, see what happened there. That's 49,490 on Bitstamp. But if we take a look at what Bitcoin did on Coinbase, it literally, and you can see it right up there in the top corner. I'm going to go ahead and circle that so you can see where it's at, just in case you don't know. That is the high point for this candle, $45,000 on the dot. So just getting that out there, that was a exactly not the 45,000 call on every exchange, but it was on Coinbase. So that's what we're watching here. And yeah, guys, I do suspect that we could pull back down to the 38,471 and retest the golden pocket. It has not been retested yet. So keep that in mind. Be aware that we still need a retest of that 0.66 at 38,471 in order for me to stay on the path that this is healthy growth. If that happens, if I got to pause there for a second. If that happens, I will be going in heavily. That's my personal stance, because that would mean that we have entered phase 3 sooner than I expected. Which you see, I moved the box all the way over here because I thought that was going to happen here on Friday since we were against the golden pocket, and it did, and it's continued up there. So that's what I'm seeing there. But let's go ahead and take a look at some other stuff. OC, why don't you pull up some ADA and let's look at some Cardano, bro. And I'll take a look at it too, see if I see anything different. Let's do it. Get it. How do you not have ADA in your chart already?
Oh, because I was looking at Wien. In fact, that I mean, let's just diverge. Let me just go in here and then I'll show you that one because I did
All
had
right.
a little bit money there, so and it blew up. So yeah, I was just looking at it. All right, so let's go to the 4 hour. It seems that we have broken through that range that we were in. Let me point it out here for you guys. So this is the range that we were looking at. It seems like we finally broke it and we made that not about breakout. It's about the retest and off we go. So far, let's take a look at what we got with
Hey,
the momentum based
you got
indicators.
so many charts open up there pulling data from TradingView that your indicators aren't loading, bro. You got way too much going on over there.
Oh yeah, I know. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know if I can. Yeah, my indicators are just just
Here,
like you
I'm
mentioned.
gonna jump
They're
over.
just
I'm
glitching.
gonna jump over and run with Ada while you fix all that. Looking at Ada here, guys. Go ahead and get your charts done up there. You had a lot open, bro. Looking at the downturn here, it does look like we're about to pinch on the oscillator here, guys. We are setting back up here where we've had little pullbacks before. We had one back here, a little decent pullback to that upper trade band there, the predictive ranges. Right now, guys, I could see us pulling back to this upper resistance band at 42.47 cents if this is all going to get a little cool off here. But something to note is that it could be a very slight pull off. I don't want you guys to think that this is not going to pass this level though. This 42.47, 42.45 range right here is where I'm expecting to get a bounce. But if it breaks that and we continue down, we do have two liquidity zones sitting down here. The first one coming in at 41 cents, second one down below that at 39.9 cents. And that would give us just enough to wick out these entries that people had down here with stop losses before coming back up. So it wouldn't be a horrible thing. It would be healthy, but I know that some people like Gia S sitting there right now holding her green Cardano ADA bag, hoping that it doesn't go back in the red. So just be careful with that. I could see a little bit of pullback on ADA because ADA's giving me bear market PTSD. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm going to say that. Jonathan Schaefer said, mark my words, January 19th will be the day it dumps just after the news of the ETF approval, retrace to 30K, and then moon mode. Not out of the question at all, Jonathan Schaefer. I do think that we are actually going to see a buy the rumor, sell the news. And a shout out, yeah, Alex O Crypto. Thank you for being here, bro. The Otter Gang in the house. It's always great to see you. We got Lunar Beaches Crypto in here, LBC, the man, David. He's going to be doing the show with Alex O. OC, myself, and Tradefly. We're going to have a special episode coming out in January, kicking off the new year with a big Bitcoin prediction for 2025. Some of them not so big predictions, just so you know. We may or may not have some perma bears when it comes to Bitcoin price predictions in our group that's going to be doing this video. So, did you get your ADA fixed there, OC? Can I give it back to you?
Yes,
All
let's
right, there
jump
you
in.
go.
There we go. So I already have my indicator set up here. Let's take a look at what's happening with the squeeze momentum. I see the ADX rushing up, so that means that we still have strength. Remember that this is a lagging indicator, so we need to be a little bit careful on that. I still see green histogram, so what I'm looking for, it's either a reversal on that ADX or a couple of lower share or shade green histogram bars in there. So this is exactly what I'm looking for, the ADX rolling back down and darker shades of histogram bars. So it seems that we do have an absorption zone there right on the premium zone. So let me get started with also turning on a couple of other indicators. So my support and resistances. On my support and resistances, I see that I am between those important ones. So daily number 3 and 4 hour number 5. So I wouldn't say that it is out of the question that we could be also making a little bit movement and then retracement. I'm gonna be fine tuning that with my oscillator, with my prime oscillator. So I got here, this one here. Look at how is it flattening, but I'm still within the green. It is also building up that cloud momentum. And let me remind you what has happened before when that oscillator kind of like it goes that way. Look at what has happened here right before, and this is when we start getting that movement right here, right before we roll back down. We did that rounded top with couple of absorption weeks right there, getting to the higher resistance. So there is a possibility in my head or in my analysis that we could be seeing that slow retracement as we start consolidating somewhere around here and then going for that movement to the downside.
Yep.
That will be the fine, of course. Yep.
And that's actually in line with what I'm seeing on mine. If I jump back over here, I got my fibs on here, guys. You can actually see that right now at the current price, we're above the 887. We hit it, we retested it, and then we came up here. I wouldn't really call that a clean retest because it happened right after. I'd prefer to see it later on. But yeah, we're above the platinum pocket. We have broken it. It was resistance. We punched through. Uh, I would be looking for upside of 46.25 cents, or if it breaks back down into the platinum pocket because it still has not retested this 786 at 41.27 cents. So I'm going to go a little more conservative over where I think how far down it could go. I do think that it might be that 41 and a quarter of a cent there that we're looking at there on that. So yeah, so go ahead and finish what you got. I just wanted to tag on to what you were saying there because I'm actually seeing something similar on the fibs. So
In fact, remember that number that you called? 0.461. I have the same one right there.
there you go.
So
There you go.
there's yeah, so I am getting ready for a re-entry on ADA. So let me share with you what am I going to be looking. First of all, the same pattern that I have here, all right? But I have two resistances and a sharp movement that will be defined by the flip of the ribbon. In that case, I'm going to be maybe entering a little bit late in here, which is fine. I'm going to be taking TP number 1 right here and getting ready for the head switch. Why? Because my 55 EMA might be already coming up here. All right. My dynamic reactor is still very low. So my next entry point will be for a long position at a big support, or as I see the flip of the ribbon happening on the zero line, that confirms me a continuation of a bullish movement. Let me show you something like that. All right. So this is the same pattern that I'm looking for in bounce to the upside. So as I see flip of the ribbon at the zero line, at support, that will be my entry. So I'm going to set two alerts. I'm going to set one alert here and then set another alert here. So those are going to be the alerts that I'm going to be looking at. And also if I get it somewhere around here, I'm going to be setting an early alert. All right. And let me fix that a little bit sooner. Here we go. In case we do make that little rounded top before we get entry. So I have three alerts. two for re-enters for longs, and one for entry for short. Again, if
Nice.
that doesn't happen the way that I'm expecting, I will let that trade go because that will not be between my minimum requirements to enter into a trade.
Nice, very nice. King D asked for us to take a look at the ES, and I'm going to assume that he means the ES1, talking about the futures, S&P 500 futures here. We do have a stock market open. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on here today. Let's look at the hourly so we can see, because it just opened up in the past hour. Looks like MicroStrategy is getting a little move up here. Clean Spark getting a move up there again and rebounding back up to about $9.46, 48. It's bouncing around there right now. But Clean Spark, Eric Wallen, the mining stocks are up again. Nvidia getting a little bit movement up after a major pullback yesterday. It's got a long way to go to recapture what it lost yesterday. Tesla getting movement up to the upside here, guys. Heading back up to that $248.79 target range that I've been watching here for a while. So that is getting some 2.58% move since the opening here. Amazon trying to get up. Man, this red candle, guys. Amazon and Nvidia both have a ways to climb back up to take and regain yesterday's losses. So does Google. So big movers yesterday, guys. Going to be Clean Spark really back into its range of yesterday, and then ultimately Tesla so showing green from yesterday and today. For the whole week it's been green. So let's go and take a look there at the ES1. Yep, it's Eric Wallen's girl, Clean Spark, man. He loves that thing. Where are we? ES1. I got so many things on here. There we go. ES1. Let's go and isolate down here first, and let's see what we have. Wait a minute. Where? There it is. We do have the Prime Oscillator Pro. Gave us a little twist of the ribbon, but it does look like it's about to curve again there, guys. If you take a look, it looks like it's came out of a twist into another twist. So we might get a little dance action here, consolidation on the ES1. Little uncertainty as we're going into Friday with the macroeconomic events. We've got some data coming out tomorrow and Friday that could play some puppeteering with the price action, so keep an eye on that stuff. I know T-Shirt went over it earlier, but yeah, we've got some things there. So looking at ES1 here, let's go and throw on some fibs and let's see what we have for volume and for fibs. Of course, we do have the 50-week exponential moving average coming way down here at that 4307, and then we have the 100-week moving average way down there. We're sitting well above them. We had a bounce there, rejection off that 50, finally retested it there, and we have not come back to those at all. So let's keep it that way. That would be the goal. But I want to come over here, grab this other high. Nope. Let's do that, and then grab this high and see where we are on the fibs. Get on the line there. There we go. Down to the bottom. Magnetize. There we go. Right there. Yeah, it looks like we're above the platinum pocket right now. Things are looking good here. You can see that we had rejection on that platinum pocket a couple of times, proving that this is, was a resistance level. Right now we're above it. Be watching for rejection about 4606. And let's throw that on there. There we go, a little horizontal line. That is going to be a possible double top that we could see rejecting down there and ultimately maybe come back and retest this 887 if we break it. We do have a little bit of a trend line that's going to be coming in here. Let me get there. There we go. It's going to be coming in about right there. It's going to be that trend line. More touches there than if we come down to this fake out that we had below it. So that's what I'd be watching is this nice little wedge line coming up for a trend. If we break the platinum pocket, watch for that bounce there. And that's what I'm seeing on the ES1, bro. I think that is that. OC, what do you got? What do you want to show on the crypto side? And then we will jump out and have a little chit chat, because we got some changes coming up this week on who's hosting the show, because I'm going on vacation. So we'll talk about that in a second. Kick it back over to the chart. What you got?
So the first thing that I want to show you guys, it is this Wink asset. I bought a little bit of Wink, and I've been trading this. If I can call it strategy, well, then it's not an actual strategy. It's just a pattern that I've seen. Look at how it wicks like from nowhere. It wicks, and then it wicks, and it wicks over and over and over. So this is not financial advice, guys, but it just happened again, and I'm taking profits at this zone. I'm not waiting
That's a
for
very
this one
wiki
to go
wink.
back up. Yes, exactly. So look at how it repeats over and over. So what I do is basically kind of like a try to see where do I can have a good amount of profits based on the previous weeks, and then start taking TP number one and then TP number two in case I have a huge week. So far, this is what I've done on Wink. This is not financial advice, but if you sometimes see this kind of assets that they are very low volatile and they have a big spikes, do not think that just because it's breaking above the zero line or because we have that bullish momentum, it's going to be starting taking off right away. So we need major things to move it. At this point, I'm just taking advantage of weak movement. On, let's just leave that one. On N and E and J, we basically nailed it on that trade right there. A little bit late because I was expecting for that double top confirmation. Look at it, what how it happened. This is the exact same thing that I'm expecting on ADA. So how it's flatting out in here. All right, let me make that one big. Here we go. How it's flatting out and then making that next movement to the upside, basically making that double top cluster, moving extra, moving to the upside, and then rejecting. So far so good. I haven't take I already have take one TP on engine. So far still I still holding it on illuvium. I did call this one on the chat as we were breaking the channel. So right now, look at that, it's almost there on my alarm. So I have not yet taken TP number two. TP number one, it is right down here at the previous support. So I know it's a very short movement. Still, that is my strategy. And if I break the big support, remember this is gonna be my last TP number three before I start looking for another flip of the ribbon FOR at support, big support for a breakthrough retest, and then considering changing my perspective on illuvium. But so far, 3 out of 3. So good. So far, so
Nice.
good.
Let's
Cat.
go, OC.
Nice, let's make it. So Cass breaking those head and shoulder lines right down here. As you can see, I did not took any of those trades in the middle. That is my waiting zone. Remember that I was waiting for it to hit my top head and shoulders lines, which by the way, it doesn't always give you a head and shoulders, right? It's just a name. But it does not hit my target. So that was not a good enough trade for me. So again, it's not about the breakout, it's about the retest. And as you can see, I entered 8 hours ago. I'm aiming for my first TP to be this other head and shoulder line that is giving me support and resistances, and then aiming for the dynamic reactor at TP number two. So TP number one in here, TP number two. Also, as soon as I close this candle, I'll be moving my stop to entry, not to start risking it.
Two things.
So, yep, go
Your
ahead.
dash lines, go back, your dash lines there, that's actually called OC's house. It's trading in OC's house. Just so you know.
Let's let's call it
It's
that.
yeah, it's trading in OC's house. And secondly, why you got to be trading against my Caspa bag, man? What the hell?
Well, I mean, I might be a little bit jealous. I cannot lie. So I'm trying to make my way up to where you are by tracing or trying to catch those retracements, right? So I'm
um,
making my best. I'm making my best on
I
Caspa.
do I do have something on the Pepe chart because I don't know that if I went over the actual Pepe chart. I want to show that real fast. Guys, taking this and taking a look at what we have here. Actually, I need to move that there. There we go. We did get rejected here on a previous 2.236 line. This is an old this is going to be an old one that's coming back from way back here on this top. So we did get rejected right on that 0.236, but on a more local time frame of fibs, it actually was right in the middle of the platinum pocket too, which is a prime point of rejection. A lot of times when we get, if we make it through a golden pocket, the platinum pocket is where we see that rejection. So that 0.236 to the dollar, to the subsent, I should say, bounce of that wick there, hitting almost in the 50% range of the platinum pocket there. So, prime location for that to pull back there. I am going to be watching for it to come back to the golden pocket here at 0.0000014549. So just keep an eye on that. If anybody is doing some trading on this volatility of Pepe, that's what I'm watching. Not financial advice, just giving you guys data because that's what I do. Knowledge is profit. Yeah, go ahead and give us one more OC. Let us see what you got there. And then I think at that point, we're going to go ahead and pop out on the chat. So,
Absolutely. So at this point, I want to give you guys one failure that it's not that a failure of analysis, but a failure of my part, so a human error. So too bad for me. I did not enter on this trade, but as you can see, this is the analysis that we have from Solana from yesterday. All right. So going back down to the order block right down here, and then bouncing within this zone here, as you can see, that was a perfect rejection, as we also had that histograms bars changing color, and also we had that beautiful RSI small candles giving us the entry. Remember, this is a lag indicator. This is not. Both of those are free, but this is giving me a very nice strength and squeeze momentum, and this is giving me the high Kinetic candles getting ready to flip on that movement. So what happened this week? This week was so fast for me. I was not able to cut it. So I'm not on that trade. I'm not gonna be chasing after that trade. So far, so good. The market hasn't, left me or anything. So what I'm expecting at this point is see where is that flip of the ribbon gonna be happening. Either we break and then retest and move up, just like we did in here, or just like we did in here, or we make a fake out like in here. So I'm waiting for that confirmation to reposition myself into a much better position and re-enter either for a long or for a short. But we are bullish, so my priority is looking for longs, not financial advice. So that's for Solana.
nice. Appreciate it, man. Awesome, 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 TA. Guys, thanks for joining us today. If you guys enjoyed this content and you have not smashed that like button, please do so. It helps out the algorithm. And share this with a friend if you think that they would like this content, because we're trying to grow this channel and make this a great thing. Coming in January, we're going to be having a third member that's joining the family here every morning on the morning show. So we're going to be having Tradefly. Dan from Tradefly is going to be joining us as a third member. That way, anytime that I go on vacation, which is a lot, I will still have a two-man show running for you guys over here to give you guys this back and forth, the banter, talking about what's going on in the markets and the charts and looking at trades and all that good stuff. Also, got some more things coming up. Going to be doing some more stuff with Otter, the Otter gang over there with Alexo Crypto, King AOC, my boy, my roadie, and then also LBC David from Lunar Beach Crypto. I think we're going to have him on. But yeah, guys, thanks for joining us here today. If you got any of the desires to get some great coffee, bougie AF coffee, or to get the indicators that we use here on the show, you can get some great discounts down below. Check the link. All in the description, and we will catch you guys. Well, I won't. OC will catch you guys tomorrow, because I will be on a plane very early heading to Florida. Going to go meet up with T-Shroom this weekend, hang out with him, and then I'm going to go to Orlando and hang out with a bunch of military friends, and we're going to, invade Universal Studios. I'm going to Harry Potter. I'm a nerd. But yeah, guys, we're a lot of shows over the next few weeks here, next couple of weeks. OC is going to be running the lead on them. I might be dropping in from my phone live from, a ride. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for being here, folks. We appreciate you all. This has been Piper Academy, where knowledge is profit. We will catch you guys on the next episode. But if you are interested in watching TA Talks, check the Discord below for Chart Prime. We have an absolutely open to the public free show called TA Talks, looking for trade entries down there. That'll be taking place today at what time, OC?
At
10 o'clock. So an hour and a half from now. Welcome back, OC. An hour and a half from now, I believe.
Yes.
Believe it's an hour and a half from now. Check that link down there. Get in there, guys. OC will see you tomorrow morning. You guys trade safe, stay primed, and as always, use a stop loss.